Welcome everybody to US Bank Stadium, where we are taking on the Texans, who are 1-4 in the season. We're the exact opposite, 4-1. And I completely missed it. Last episode was our 50th episode of this season. Completely missed that milestone. Luckily, we got the win. We'll start off in the second half there of the 50. Don't think we're going to get to 100 in this series, but we'll see exactly how far we get. The Texans come in still led by Deshaun Watson in this universe, and they have a couple good receivers out there as well, including a former Packer who recently joined, and hopefully our guys will be able to stop. And of course, that guy being over on the left-hand side here, Davante Adams. He'll be lined up on Bradbury, it looks like, for the majority of this game. However, they go down the middle for a nice run, and Harrison Smith is down, injured. Well, apparently he's walking off, but injured nonetheless. And that is not a good sign. Looks like something to do with a forearm as he heads into the locker room. Probably get an x-ray or something, but not good news. To spell him out, Alex Brooks will take the field. He's definitely our number 3. Next year he might be one of the starters, as Harrison Smith will probably retire as he is 35. They get a dump off here to the outside. Only a gain of 2 though, so not a great dump off. And it's a dislocated shoulder. So actually nothing to do with the wrist that he was holding, but that's just Madden's animation. He will probably miss a few games. And with his departure for this game, probably a few more, Eldra will come in to kind of take his spot in the 4-3 formation. Unfortunately for us, though, injuries are nothing new this season. We've seen a lot of guys, a lot more of our offensive line get injured fairly often, as they find Davante Adams wide open there, beats Bradbury, and a nice pass from Watson finds him wide open for a first. And the whole goal here today, at least what we set in the weekly strategy, is to kind of focus on limiting the mid-yardage passes. Almost a broken tackle there on for Dylan. That'd be another former Packer as well who joined the Texans here, so somewhat of a rivalry game, I guess you could say. So they're going to go hand the ball off here. And again, Dylan doesn't get anywhere, but he spins off the tackle, still falls down. Eric Hendricks there to get the stuff in the pot or in the gap, and then brought down by a few other Vikings as well. That was Hilton who got the final tackle. And on 3rd and 5, they'll come out with a bunch to the right. Lone Davante Adams to the left. We're sitting in that double A gap, and they find a wide open number 13. Is that Miller? No, Cooks. I feel like I should have known that that was Cooks. We're actually seeing the Texans use quite a bit of the older style, I would say, formations with multiple tight end sets, bringing out our base defense. And so far in our base defense, done pretty well. Haven't given up really much of any, at least, runs for more than 2 yards. So you go for another run here. This time going to be a little bit more than 2 yards, but still not a whole lot, as Hilton brings down Dylan with a teammate. We'll bring up a 3rd and 4. They're down to the 14, definitely in striking range. As they go for a pass, and just a step behind is Brooks. They end up finding number 9. Not sure it's going to give us a name, but number 9 gets the reception and a first. Looks like that was B. Jordan. We'll come out in the 46 defense here as we finally get the favorable matchup with our best corner on their best receiver. Big hit there from Graves, comes in to take Dylan off his feet. And Dylan's a pretty big running back, so hit not easy there for sure. Come out with the double A-gap blitz here as they go for the read option, and a nice read from Brooks brings down Watson before he crossed the goal line there. Going to bring up a 3rd and goal from the 1. Of course, Alex Brooks is a very athletic linebacker, which definitely helped us out there. As they go for the run, and big hit from Keenan Harvey. Keeps him out of the end zone. Not a gain of much of maybe anything. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. A big hit came in there. Saved the touchdown. See if we could see it again here. Chose a good gap and just smacked him. He flies back to the back of a lineman and then hits the turf. Big hit. And on 4th and goal, they're going to line up here to go for it. have Kendricks try to keep on the inside as we get the sack. Alex Brooks, he tried to peel off towards the running back. I made sure we got that sack. Great stop from our defense and a great job for one of our young linebackers. Honestly, a lot of good young talent there that came in at the end of that drive. Offense, of course, will take the field here. Saunders having somewhat of a slightly better year in terms of turnover ratio. However, still not quite sure with Saunders. We'll give him the year, but if we don't see some mass improvement during the offseason, who knows what might happen. He will stay on the hot seat as Dalvin Cook gets a nice gain of 7 on the first down run. And of course, we do have back our center, Dalton Smith. He is returning. He missed the last few games. Unfortunately, we had another big injury with Christian Darrisaw at the sometime during the last game. I don't remember exactly when he got injured, but Clayton will come in for him as we get a first down run here from Saunders. So back to almost a full as we hit the end of the first quarter here. Going to head into the second game, still tied 0-0, but we haven't even had a chance on offense, really. But yeah, back to what I was saying. The line, for the most part, back to being healthy. Clayton has been a spot starter for us for a couple years as Darrisaw really has not been able to stay healthy. And a great run again from Dalvin. Good blocking up front. Gives him 12 yards on his second carry. And with the running working so well, single high safety. Let's try to go deep here. Let's see, Jefferson has the release, doesn't really have the speed, but we'll see if that break ends up working. They get off the line pretty quick. Try to find Leach, but a nice pass breakup by the slot corner. We'll stay out in that same formation. They continue to run a single high, bringing down the strong safety into the box. Try to find whatever gap we can and get a decent run, about 3-4 yards. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6. We're going to bring out the ever so handy slant play here. We've seen the Vikings run pretty well here. Going to try to get Leach again, who not able to bring that one in. He had to dive for it. Ends up hitting the turf. There was just good coverage and not great pass blocking. Looks like we'll be punting this one away. And following a really good punt and a nice job by the Gunners to get down there and get the tackle, Texans will start at the 15. They're going to come out for a pass here, and I guess we're going to have a pass interference animation for some reason. It's going to be on Bradbury, who definitely got beat. That was intended to go towards Devontae Adams, who for the most part has been mainly lined up against Bradbury. I really prefer Denzel Ward. Might need to make that adjustment if it comes back to bite us in this game. And again, they're going to check down to another 2 tight end set. We'll come out in our base 4-3. Going to definitely get a lot of experience here for our young linebackers. Going to flow out to that side with Kendricks. They actually go to the other side, find Dillon for a gain of a few, but a flag is down. That's going to be holding. And that will be on Titus Howard, going to back them up to a 2nd and 18 at the 20. And of course, running a bit more man coverage this year. Not sure if that's a great thing to run with Bradbury on Adams as they go for a swing pass out there to Dillon, who's going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage. And that brings up a 3rd and 9 at the 29, so not anywhere close to any range to try to kick a field goal, as that's going to be a touchdown. We took a bad angle there with Keenan Harvey. Bradbury definitely got beat off the line of scrimmage. Might need to make that adjustment, put Denzel Ward over on Adams. And we come out here down 7 now, about halfway-ish through the second quarter. I'm going to go for a pass on the first down play. We have separation here with Leach. He's bringing it in one-handed, has to slide down, but a nice snag and a huge chunk play on the first play of our drive. Leach has definitely come in and really helped us fill the role that Adam Thielen was playing. Really sad that he ended up retiring. We expected it would happen, but Leach's play definitely helping us out as we do have a holding on the first down run. And that's going to be on Dalton Smith. So we'll back us up 1st and 19. And since we are in fairly good position here, over on this right hash, I would love for Flanagan just go straight down the middle. Although with that coverage, doesn't look like we're going to find much. We end up passing that ball out late, and luckily that one's not intercepted. Saunders 1-4 on the day. And the only catch that we've had on the day was that huge chunk play to Leach, so definitely a good play there. As again, Saunders has the release, or not Saunders, Jefferson has the release, but they do have that safety over the top. We're going to try to go for Flanagan, not able to bring that one in. If we had more space on the sideline, or more space on that hash, probably would have been a bit better. Instead, we're going to stay in that same formation, switch sides, and run the same play that we ran on the, is it the holding play or the toss? I think it was just the one we just had to throw away. So again, they're going to have some good coverage. And we're just not getting very good blocking. And now Saunders is down, holding his back after that sack. Saunders does manage to just head over to the sideline rather than the tunnel. We're also going to bring in Koo here, try to get our first points on the day. Going to be a 40-something yard field goal. We get it. Going to lessen the deficit here, 3-7. Hopefully Saunders isn't out for too long, although we have seen some impressive play from Mund. And it is a low back strain. We'll have Mund in for a little bit, just so that doesn't progress to anything worse. The Texans will come out here starting at the 25. We have made the adjustment to put our best corner on their best corner as Henley, our rookie strong safety, who came on the safety blitz. They ran a screen pass, and we get the sack, loss of 10 on first down. Honestly, we've had really good play from Henley in the box. He's come down, made a lot of tackles for us, and has done fairly well elsewhere, just not great in coverage. He doesn't end up getting the tackle there. Luckily, Keenan Harvey comes across the field to get the tackle, or Harvey Keenan. I always switch that name up. I really should say it correctly, but Will Fuller, big chunk play, and that was the same play that we kept giving up against the Chicago Bears with their rookie receiver. And it's just the slot getting beat in man coverage there. Our safety not able to get over in time as they go for a run. And they get the nice block, end up picking up the second-tier block as a 2-minute warning hits here. Dillon finally gets a big chunk on one of his runs. They're now down to the 27. They have that bunch to the right. We're going to try to bring some pressure here, try to get around the edge, around the middle, something. And a lot of space. A lot of space for their quarterback Watson, who just made two guys miss in wide open field. We didn't come anywhere close. That's going to be a touchdown for Watson. Wow. Well, that was some really poor open field tackling. Now we're down 14-3. We have a little bit of time before halftime. Of course, we have Mund out. He's a little bit more of a fast guy. He's able to find Leach, however. Going to run a little bit of no huddle. No huddle here. Try to quicken this pace up. Can you actually show me my play art? There we go. And that, right off the tip. Thought we had a wide open guy. Corner end up coming down, breaking up the pass, and it just goes right to, I think it said King? Is that another former Packer here on the Texans? Well, we tried not necessarily forcing a pass there to Flanagan, but was one of the only open guys for us, and it's definitely not going to help us out. They go for a screen pass here. We get out there with Graves. Not going to be a gain of anything, maybe a loss. Going to be a loss of 2. But they're in striking range with about a minute left in this first half. And on 2nd and 12, Texans did just spend a timeout following the last tackle. They come out in a spread. As they go for a quick pass, Kendrick's able to break that one up, intended for one of their tight ends. Brings up a 3rd and 2. 3 receivers spread to the right, 1 to the left. So again, go for that same kind of route. Kendrick's just not able to get out there in time. They get the completion, but not the first. Going to bring up a 4th and 6. We're going to call our first timeout. This, of course, would put the Texans up by 2 touchdowns. And unfortunately, we don't have Saunders' arm out there, as he at least wasn't back in that previous drive. They do get the field goal here, so we do go down 2 touchdowns just before half. So, quick drive, at least from the Texans. We only gave up the 3, but now we only have 40 seconds to to get down the field, and we don't really have a strong arm out there. Munn doesn't have much throw power. We'll get a chunk on the first play and call our second timeout. Gets us down to the 39. We would like to be at least in field goal range by the end of our drive here. As we get the good release from Jefferson, can we find him? We do. He brings that down. We're going to take our last and final timeout. We're down, I believe, at the 20. Check that, 25, just off a little bit. And they have a DT lined up all the way down at the goal line. All right, Texans. We go for the quick pass here. Flanagan, try to run hurry up here. We have about 20 some odd seconds left. Should be enough time to run one more play if I didn't flip the field. We should still have a little bit of time. Not a whole lot, but we have something. As we have Flanagan in the back. Gonna be a touchdown. We end up pulling this back to a 1-touchdown lead right before half. Flanagan was wide open on that previous play. Wide open on this play. Good passes from Mund. Accurate passes, which is the most important. Able to find some points on offense here. Help draw this game back to something a little bit more respectable, considering we're 4-1 and they're 1-4. And we will head into halftime. Just getting a little lucky a little bit on that last play with some of their calling. We're able to get back into the end zone for the first time actually in this game. Pretty close. We've actually have very similar yardage for either side, so not looking too bad. Just need to correct some things. Bengals, they get another victory, 5-1 on the year against the Steelers, 27-21. Steelers drop to 2-4. A little bit north of there, Colts and the Buffalo Bills, and the Bills get the win, 35-27. They are back to 500 on the year, 3-3. Colts 2-4. And we're going to switch over to that other screen that it shows all of the other games besides the Monday night game being against the Cowboys and Panthers. In any important game, Green Bay loses again. San Francisco beats them 35-31. And we will be receiving the second half kick, so great opportunity here to get down the field and tie this game up and make it a new game here. We're going to have Nwangwu take this one out, and we're going to get the face mask, I believe, on that as well. And we do. That's going to be on Juju Hughes. Going to bring us to the 41 to start. And we started the game off running pretty well here with Cook. Try to go back to that a little bit as Mund is still out there. Saunders has yet to return to this game. We get the broken tackle, and I thought that the juke that I made was why we broke that tackle. It saved it for after we broke the tackle. Going to be a loss of 2. And on 3rd and 12, I almost said 3rd and 2. Second and 12. Wow, way off. We're going to go for a run here. Should have maybe passed it, but we'll try to get a few yards back here. We get a gain of 4. And on 3rd and 8, we'll run some play action here. We're either going to have an open guy or Mund is going to have some space to run. As we do end up needing to scramble here, try to find something. Mund not able to find the corner. Going to bring up a 4th and short. 4th and 3. And on 4th and 3, we come out here. And I wanted to run the jet sweep, but they bring down that safety. So we're going to make an adjustment. We are going to run it here on 4th and 3. And we do get really good blocking. Cook has some space. Not able to get by Reed. He does a nice job of containing him, but we still get the first and quite a few more after. We'll follow that up here with a sluggo route, trying to go for Chark, of course. Madden, can we just fix this to where we could actually see what the breakdown is? Just have it be on the inside. It makes no sense that it goes off the screen. Try to use the speed. Chark going up. Not able to bring that one in. Good play by the corner. 25 breaks that one up. And on 2nd and 10, we're going to bring out Thurston and Kelly. Going to run a little bit of some power run here. Follow right behind our fullback. Run through some guys. Good 12, 13-yard run there from Kelly. He's been a pretty good, serviceable power back for us. Going to make a slight adjustment here with a delayed release from Flanagan. Going to cross over to the left. Hopefully after most people leave. Not finding much. They're going to go for Thurston, and that one was almost intercepted. Not a great pass from Mund. We saw that play work well a few weeks ago, I think, where we found Thurston for a big chunk, but Just didn't find him there, though he found a good block for us. We get forward for about 9. And on 3rd and inches, I would have ran to that right-hand side, but they have a heavy set over there, so we'll continue to run to this left-hand side, try to find some space. Kelly gets down to about the 2, they say the 3. And Cook will check back in here. Just gave him a little break, kind of help him catch his stamina back up. So we go for a run here. Tried to cut back to the inside, but it says no. Let's run into the back of the Castro, and we'll go again. This time, let's try to give Thurston a little love. He doesn't see the field all too often. See if he can find his way in. He tries powering through, and they say we squeak in. And unfortunately, looks like the guy that we squeaked in on top of is injured. DT for the Texans. And with this extra point, we will take a tie game. And that's what it is. Going to tie this game up 17-17. A little over 2.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd. And just like that, basically have a new game here. Just not a whole lot of time to play that game. Got about a quarter of a quarter and a quarter. Can you say quarter anymore in a sentence? And they do get a gain of 6 on that quick pass to their tight end. Come out here with a heavy set defense to match their heavy set offense. They go for another pass here. And we're going to get the sack. That is, I think, Michael Pierce, although it's showing J.J. Watt with half a sack, but I don't think he was anywhere close. And that sack will bring up a 3rd and 8. They have 3 receivers to the left, tight end to the right. They're going to cross over. And we have a wide open running back. So one thing I do wish Madden would update a little bit with the man coverage is that it's not really you just stick with the same man the whole way. You pass guys off. But that might be expecting a little bit too much from Madden. Or at least that was how my high school team ran man coverage. You would cover 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guy, depending on how many they had on each side, and they would cross over, you'd switch. They're going to get another chunk here from another tight end of theirs down to the 29. I think we need to bring a little bit more pressure here. I feel like Watson has had a lot of time to decipher our defense rather than trying to scramble as we get picked up pretty well there. Texans do a good job of picking up the blitz. They get a gain of 3. We'll try to bring another blitz here. This play worked well for us earlier in the game. Henley was able to get in, and I don't remember if it was a sack or a tackle for a loss. They go for a run there. Henley would have had it if Watson kept it, but we get the tackle on Dillon. And they come out in an empty set here. Came out in the 46 because it said they had a few more tight ends and running backs. They're going to find a wide open Devontae Adams, who has been locked down since we switched Ward over to him. So at least that adjustment doing well for us, although in this case they move him over to the right-hand side, which has our, not our 2 worst corners, but definitely not our 2 best. They go for a check down here again to a tight end. Going to get down to the 9, gain of a few on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 5, I would love to bring some pressure here. Bring down Henley as well. Fake the blitz, man coverage on the tight end, and we get another sack. This time Daniil Hunter, his first of the day, coming in late as it's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 at a time we need to force a field goal or a turnover. And on 3rd and 12, they come out 2 tight ends to the left, 2 receivers to the right, Dillon in the backfield. They're going to motion him out. We will adjust our man coverage that time. We're going to kind of cover these tight ends here as they go all the way to the outside. They get a nice toe drag, but back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it. I'll bring the field goal unit out here for the Texans, going under 5 minutes now. Give them a lead here. If we do get the block, you can block kicks in Madden. Alex Brooks picks it up. Can we get the block from Sidney? We kind of do. Try to use him to slow down the tight end. Alex Brooks weaving. He's gone, though. 5, touchdown. Going to give us the lead. That's kind of a turnover and a stop. It was everything we needed all at once. We're going to take the lead late here with that blocked kick. Sidney with the block. Alex Brooks with the scoop and score. Clutch play late there for our special teams unit, and 2 guys from our defense who really helped make that play. We, of course, had Alex Brooks with the scoop and score, and then our 4th corner with the block there. And for the longest time, I thought you couldn't really even block kicks anymore in Madden. I think it was Madden 20. It was a little bit too often that there were blocked kicks, but this time it comes through in a clutch situation. They're going for a screen pass to Dillon. Try to flow over. Flew a little too far there with Kendricks. Pierce finally gets the tackle at about the first. They're going to call it 3rd and inches. And of course on 3rd and inches, why not bring the blitz, double A-gap blitz to be specific. Try to see what we could do here. They go for it. I try to force it inside. Fortunately, not able to get the stop there. Henley gets the tackle after the first, but really close to the line to gain. They're going to again come out with that 3-receiver set to the left. We have one of our safeties came in to spell out Brooks. That would be Bynum, and he doesn't do a good job getting the tackle there. Hunter forces him out fairly aggressively at the 49. Haven't brought much of a corner blitz, and with them running a bunch to the left here, could be a great time to do so. However, they get a quick dump off to B. Jordan. Is Brandon Jordan? I'm not sure. He gets close to the first down, and they say he does have it. Special teams came up clutch last time. We need the defense to come up here just at all. Get a stop, slow them down. They're just marching down the field. Brooks trying to get back over. Watson running. He shugs off the tackler. And Will Fuller a little slow getting up after that play. Trying to bring a little bit of some blitzes here. Try to find some unique ways to get some pressure on Watson, as hasn't been very consistent today. So they go for a run, and they have a wide open gap, and another huge whiff on the tackle. Brought down at the 18. Now getting close to about 2.5 minutes remaining. They come out with a tight formation here. We do have the proper matchup on the outside with our guys, and Alex Brooks gets a tackle in the backfield. Not able to get out there in time to stop him. He has tremendous speed. And he uses it as, well, tremendous speed for a linebacker. He uses it to get to the outside and get the tackle for loss. Now coming into or out of the 2-minute warning here. Just 2 minutes remaining. Interesting. I've never seen a defense auto flip before. That's fun. They're going to bring him Cooks in motion over to the left-hand side. Try to sit underneath some of the coverage with Brooks. Get another missed tackle in. Finally brought down after a gain of about 6, 7. They say 6. Definitely want to make sure we are locking up Devontae Adams. We've seen too many late touchdown scores for him, as when he was a Packer at least. Don't want to see that here as he's a Texan. And it might be their tight end instead. Really bad really bad tackling today. We had him stopped, but he just shoves our guy off into the end zone. Game tied up with an extra point with under 2 minutes remaining. And we'll come out here to start this drive in Wildcat. Cook at quarterback, and Wongwu set to get the toss here. Try to use his speed. Get to the outside. We don't get a great block from Flanagan, but it's enough. We have the edge. However, flag comes down. This is going to back us up. Reed flows over, gets the tackle. However, of course, Dwight Saunders comes back for his first play, and he gets the penalty. And again, brought Dyson out here to utilize his speed, but again, they bring down that safety. We're going to check to a run to that right-hand side. See what we could get. Try to cut back to the inside. Not able to do so in time. They do get the tackle. 2nd and 1. Got a minute and 20-ish seconds remaining. 2nd down. We'll stick with the same play. Try to follow. Good blocks up front. And we're about at midway point here, down to the 48. Now just dipping under a minute left, coming out in our slant play here. They have a lot of guys lined up to that left-hand slide. We're going to step up here with Saunders, slide down at about the first down, or yard to gain. I'm going to say 2nd and 1. They wanted to show us Q, but I think we need to focus a little bit more on getting downfield, possibly get a touchdown. We'll go for a run play here. Get the first down. We'll call our first timeout with 30 seconds remaining. We'll run a bit of play action here. Try to see if we could get Leach down the sideline. Play worked well for us earlier. Don't like the way it looks here. Going to go for Jefferson, who's at about the first down marker again. Call our second timeout. Once again, it's inches here, 2nd and inches. They've covered very well downfield with their safeties to limit Flanagan. However, we're going to send Jefferson on a streak as well. One of them should be open. We have Jefferson. Not able to bring that one in. Try to snag it one-handed. That will bring up 3rd and inches here. They're going to bring down their safety. Don't want to utilize our timeout, but definitely don't want to do a quarterback draw here. Guess we're just going to end up sticking with it. Going to go for the run. Try to cut back, and we fumbled. Cook fumbles. I don't know if he's fumbled once in this series, but it comes late in this game as we're in position to seal the win with a field goal. Texans take over. 14 seconds left, 3 timeouts remaining. Devastating there. A lot of late devastation happening this season already. Of course, with that first Bears game. Alex Brooks gets the stop in the backfield. Looks like we're playing for OT here. And that's where we're headed. They don't call any of their timeouts. We're headed into overtime. Game tied 24-24. We had the chance to take it. Defense couldn't keep them out of the end zone. We had the chance to regain it on offense. Cook fumbles. And this is where we are. However, we at least win it, so we will have the chance to walk this off. Well, would have liked to win this in regular time, but hey, it's Sunday prime time. Why not give the people a little extra football? See what we could do here. And Nwangwu gets a pretty good return. We're going to start at we're going to start at the 32. Once again, we'll start this drive in Wildcat. Mund is out there. Chark is going to be the receiver here. We're going to bring it across. Try to utilize his speed again, similarly to how we did with Nwangwu. That juke cost us, though. Don't know if we needed it. Could have been a touchdown, but good first down. Come out here in some play action. See if we could get Jefferson over the top. We normally haven't had too much time to throw. We have Reed coming over, and he gets the pick. Leach able to get the tackle. They're going to take over at the 28. We had a wide open Justin Jefferson for about 20 yards. Pass thrown a little bit too far to the inside. Reed, fantastic safety. He comes over, gets the catch. Ball thrown too far downfield as well. Just not good placement there from Saunders. And now we're going to need to rely on this defense to make a stop. Something they've struggled with for a large portion of this game, as their quarterback, Watson, is just running around. No one getting close to him. We can't tackle him. They're already close to field goal range. One play. Really going to need to force a turnover here. I don't think the defense has really what it needs to get the stop. Luckily, that pass thrown too high. Really wish Denzel Ward was able to get that pick. Just about 3 minutes remaining. We have Kendricks lined up on a receiver. Going to check out of that. Didn't like the man coverage we had. And again, they're going to throw this one out. Going to bring up 3rd and 10. If we get the stop here, we have a chance to win it in OT. We'll come out here in zone coverage. They have 3 receivers to the left. Would really like to get some pass rush up front as they go for the quick pass, and that's going to be a first down and probably in field goal range as well. Going to need a big play here from our defense. Going to bring Keenan down here just to try to make sure we get someone on everyone. Try to get a sack to Neil Hunter coming across. Not able to. Henley, he comes all the way over. He wasn't even supposed to be blitzing, and he gets the sack. That could save our day here. Getting close to 2 minutes. Going to bring up a 2nd and 17. That drops them back to the 43. 2-minute warning here hits. Say it's semi-risky here to go for another blitz. But in a way, I think we kind of need to. And another pass interference from Bradbury. Just break up a pass. That's all you got to do. And that one's killer. We had them outside, close to field goal range. Now they're at the 19. And you don't really miss these. You really have to hope for another block or force a turnover before then. Nice pass breakup there. This is the combination of Ward and Keenan. Break that pass up, intended for Devontae Adams. They're going to go for the safety here. We get the tackle inbounds. Clock going to continue to run. Didn't really want to go with this formation, but clicked it too quickly. That's going to be it. Brandon Cooks gets in, gets the touchdown. They unfortunately have an injury on their last play, but we drop another game here. Houston Texans 1-4 coming into this game. We'll leave 2-4 as we drop to 4-2. And I mean, just look at the stats. You have to give it to them. They played better than we did. They had 2 more turnovers, or forced two more turnovers. Had 120 more passing yards than us, more rushing yards, more yards per play. We just didn't have it for us, and unfortunately, it was at home. We're going to drop one in front of the fans here. Try to bounce back next week. Actually, next week is a bye week, so a lot of film that we need to be watching. Really unfortunate we dropped that game, but at least we could say we get some upgrades. First one going to be to Richard Wilds, and we'll probably just continue to bump up the power archetype for him, as that's what our scheme fit is. And he'll get the +2 big upgrades here to run blocking and +3 to run block power. Eldra Hilton, who came in to help in that game after the injuries up front, or not up front, but to our linebacker core, with Harrison Smith going to be out, he will get the upgrade. We'll upgrade the pass coverage for him, get the +1 to awareness and zone, and 2 to man coverage. He's coming along, not quite where I would like him to be, considering next year he might need to be a starter. But we finally hit that 70 mark with, or at least overall, with the +1 from our coaches. He has the speed, he has a lot of potential, but we just need to continue to work with him, and he is also now a focus player for each week. And somehow, despite what was a dislocated shoulder, a separated shoulder, it's not going to go into next week. Harrison Smith will be back, so that's good. Of course, Darrisaw's still injured. Will be back after, I think should be back, week 9. He'll be out 2 more weeks. We are currently in the bye week for week 7. And that means next week is trade deadline week. A lot of times teams will trade during their bye week, get a guy in, give him 2 weeks to prepare for his first game. So next episode, we're going to find out, do we trade for someone? If so, who? What position? What do we have to trade to get that person? A lot that could happen. And unfortunately, I think this is, I don't want to say like the worst we've started the season, because we are at 4-2. We're doing fairly well, but I don't feel like we've ever had 2 losses in the first third of the season before. So some things we might need to correct, get better at. Of course, after that game, Saunders definitely not helping his position on this team. Hot seat getting very hot. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Should we make a trade? If so, what position? And kind of just what else you guys would like to see. A lot to happen for the rest of this season. A close race so far between us and the Lions. Of course, we got that victory earlier in the season, which gives us the edge in the NFC North. We're still leading the division, so things aren't awful, but I always like to just stay ahead of the curve. So a lot to happen. Hope you guys stick around. If you haven't checked out our challenge that we're also doing alongside this, I hope you do. It's a California-only rebuild featuring Stanford. Of course, Stanford, my favorite team, which is why we're starting off with that one. We definitely could do some other states in the future, so leave your comments below as to which ones you would want to do next. You could also leave the comments on those videos as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Tough game late, but hopefully next game will be better. So I hope you stick around, and we'll see you later. Bye.